You cannot force ideas. Successful ideas are the result of slow growth. Ideas do not reach perfection in a day, no matter how much study is put upon them. A man, as a general rule, owes very little to what he is born with. A man is what he makes of himself. Concentrate all your thoughts upon the work at hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought to focus. What this power is, I cannot say. All I know is that it exists, and it becomes available only when a man is in that state of mind in which he knows exactly what he wants and is fully determined not to quit until he finds it. The only difference between success and failure is the ability to take action. A man's own judgment should be the final appeal in all that relates to himself. The achievement of one goal should be the starting point of another. I do not recognize the right of the public to break in the front door of a man's private life in order to satisfy the gaze of the curious. I do not think it right to dissect living men even for the advancement of science. Before anything else, preparation is the key to success. Great discoveries and improvements invariably involve the cooperation of many minds. Night is a more quiet time to work. It aids thought. The nation that secures control of the air will ultimately control the world. God has strewn our paths with wonders, and we certainly should not go through life with our eyes shut. Leave the beaten track behind occasionally and dive into the woods. Every time you do, you will be certain to find something you have never seen before. The inventor looks upon the world and is not contented with things as they are. He wants to improve whatever he sees. He wants to benefit the world. He is haunted by an idea. After innumerable failures, I finally uncovered the principle for which I was searching, and I was astounded at its simplicity. Man is an animal which, alone among the animals, refuses to be satisfied by the fulfillment of animal desires. The day will come when the man at the telephone will be able to see the distant person to whom he is speaking. When one door closes, another door opens, but we so often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the ones which open for us. Sometimes we stare so long at a door that is closing that we see too late the one that is open. America is a country of inventors, and the greatest of inventors are the newspaper men. Educate the masses, elevate their standard of intelligence, and you will certainly have a successful nation. My knowledge of electrical subjects was not acquired in a methodical manner, but was picked up from such books as I could get hold of, and from such experiments as I could make with my own hands. I would impress upon your minds the fact that if you want to do a man justice, you should believe what a man says himself rather than what people say he says. It is a neck-and-neck race between Mr. Gray and myself who shall complete our apparatus first. He has the advantage over me in being a practical electrician, but I have reason to believe that I am better acquainted with the phenomena of sound than he is, so that I have an advantage there. Neither the Army nor the Navy is of any protection, or very little protection, against aerial raids. It is not, of course, complete yet, but some sentences were understood this afternoon. I feel that I have at last struck the solution of a great problem, and the day is coming when telegraph wires will be laid onto houses just like water or gas, and friends converse with each other without leaving home. The most successful men in the end are those whose success is the result of steady accretion. From my earliest childhood, my attention was specially directed to the subject of acoustics, and specially to the subject of speech, and I was urged by my father to study everything relating to these subjects, as they would have an important bearing upon what was to be my professional work. I have discovered that my interest in my dear pupil, Mabel, has ripened into a far deeper feeling than that of mere friendship. In fact, I know that I have learned to love her very sincerely. Such a chimerical idea, as telegraphing vocal sounds would indeed, to most minds, seem scarcely feasible enough to spend time in working over. I believe, however, that it is feasible and that I have got the cue to the solution of the problem. Morse conquered his electrical difficulties, although he was only a painter, and I don't intend to give in either till all is completed. Don't keep forever on the public road, going only where others have gone, and following one after the other like a flock of sheep. Leave the beaten track occasionally, and dive into the woods. One day every major city in America will have a telephone. What this power is, I cannot say. All I know is that it exists.